Hi, this is Brandon from Watches on You. Today we're taking a look at the Big Pilots Watch Perpetual Calendar Edition Rodeo Drive. And first, I'd like to remind you that we're here at JB Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where this watch is available on sale brand new for $33,000. I'll be leaving a link in the description to the JB Hudson's website as if you want to inquire about purchasing this piece. So without further ado, let's start the rest of this review. As I said, this is the IWC Big Pilots Watch Perpetual Calendar Edition Rodeo Drive. Now, this watch was made specifically for Rodeo Drive, obviously. Typically, it's boutique only, but JB Hudson is able to get this watch allocated if need be or if there's a demand for it. So getting into the features of this watch, which there are many, as I said, this is a perpetual calendar, and it's a fairly unique perpetual calendar for a multitude of reasons. Number one, all of the functions are capable of being set using the crown, as opposed to having pushers on the outside of the watch, which you typically see with perpetual calendars, especially ones with moon phase complications. But the actual moon phase complication of this watch is extremely unique in that it is able to be accurate independent of the hemisphere that you're in, and that is because it displays the moon phases for both hemispheres, which you can see using the north fighter jet and then the south fighter jet. Whichever one is lower is the southern hemisphere, and then whichever one is the higher is the northern hemisphere. And this was made because IWC's chief at the time that this watch was developed had a home in the southern hemisphere, and his moon phase complication was never right because they were biased towards northern hemisphere moon phase complications, at least the Swiss watch industry was. But he wanted to correct for that, so they made one that would be accurate and would display both hemispheres at the same time. And I think that that is just a super cool, unique feature that is not seen, to my knowledge, in any other watch brand. I think it is proprietary to IWC. I think it's a great feature. Additionally, you have an incredible power reserve of 7 days in this watch, and there is a power reserve indicator at 3 o'clock, so that's a very useful feature. It's just absolutely incredible in this watch, and it's also automatic, so you're really never going to run out of power reserve. But again, the fact that they were able to incorporate such a advanced complication in this watch and still get the superior power reserve of the IWC Big Pilot of the standard one is amazing to me. Now, getting onto the movement itself, so you can see there's both perlage and Côte de Genève on this piece, but I am not able to take off this sticker because this watch has been previously sold, so I can attest to the fact that it is absolutely superior to most other watches in this price point if I were to take off the sticker, but again, I can't. But I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And kind of moving on to the case, this watch has a bead-blasted ceramic case, and as you guys know, ceramic is extremely scratch resistant. And some people say that ceramic is prone to chipping, but frankly, I've never heard of that happening to a watch, and the only people I've heard say that are those without ceramic watches. I don't really understand that. And really, with this watch, you're going to protect it, so I don't see that happening really with anyone. I think that this piece is fantastic. Again, I just love the complications on the watch. The overall quality is very good as well. It feels very similar to an IWC Big Pilot. It has a similar diameter of 46.5 millimeters, which is, again, extremely visible and would be very readable if you're inside of a cockpit or something like that, which is what this watch is made for. So I'll try this watch on for a wrist shot now. Now, as you can see, the 46.5 millimeter diameter on this piece looks fairly large. I have about a 6.5 inch circumference for my wrist, so it's kind of a medium to slightly above average sized wrist, I would say. And I think that this watch, it looks okay on my wrist, but I think that if you should have a larger wrist to purchase this piece. So if you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, and share. And additionally, I currently have a Kickstarter running for a watch that I personally designed. I think that I would encourage you to check that out and consider purchasing one. It has a mechanical quartz hybrid movement, so it actually has a smooth seconds hand and resets with a quick flyback to 12 o'clock, as you can see, just like a mechanical watch. But it has the escapement from a quartz watch, which is very accurate, as you can tell. And that also helps the price range to go down to about $149 on Kickstarter, or after the Kickstarter campaign is funded, it'll be $249. But some additional features that this watch has: it has a tachymeter scale on the dial for speed calculations, as well as unit conversion and time zone scales on the case back. So I would highly encourage you to check that out. Thank you for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, and share.